Shalom, shalom. First off, foremost, must give all honor, praises, glory, and respect to our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Baha Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baha Hashem Rakakarash. Why Yahweh Shai, forgive me, spirit, do this lesson. Must give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for the mighty work that they do. So again, also mighty Shalom to the whole Philip watching out there. Shalom. This is Brother Now you come back to another quick lesson from GMS Camden, Indiana. And while we are desiring the sincere milk, to stay afloat, because knowledge and wisdom will be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. Knowledge and wisdom of this truth, okay, of the scriptures, okay, of knowing Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and building that relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and rehearsing the righteous acts, in order to do all this, and in order to be kept, we need faith. Okay, we can't do anything without faith. All right, faith is what's going to be our driving force. Okay, that's the engine, right? Because we're not saved by the law alone. Because we can't fulfill the entire law, being under suggestion under this dang devil. Okay, and being in these chains of darkness. Okay, our flesh. So that's why we have to do it. We always say to the best of our ability. Okay, but we need faith, and we can't just do it without faith. We need to also do the work. We need both. Okay, we need both. And doing the work consists of reading the scriptures, searching the scriptures. Okay, studying to show ourselves approved. All right, being amongst the brothers. Being charitable with the brothers, and praying, okay, and doing these videos, preaching the word, being on the highways and byways, being that living sacrifice, okay, for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's doing the work, all right, and then we're gonna do it, on repeat cycle, okay, until Yahweh Shai comes back. All right, and redeems his elect. Okay, but without further ado, because we time restricted. This is James chapter 1 and verse 22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. That's right. You can't just hear this and be like, oh, that's nice, I love it, I believe. Okay, but part of believing, they say, whosoever believes shall not perish but have everlasting life. Believe in, Yahweh Shai. But we have to do the work too. Okay? We have to apply what we know and what we learn through the scriptures to our lives. Okay? So we can be better men, better in the spirit, better servants, and better soldiers for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So we can't just hear what's going on and just be like, oh man, okay. No, we have to apply it to our lives. Okay, we have to become that new man, that new creature, okay, born again, okay, in the spirit. Okay. And this is a daily fight. It's not just a one-time thing, like they say they get baptized and I'm a whole different person. No, it don't work like that. It takes time. It's a process. Okay? It's a process to receive that progress. Okay, but as long as you being diligent, okay, and fervent, all right, that's what it takes. Okay, and dedication, all right, determination, okay, resilience, all right. Verse 23, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in the glass. That's right. You don't want to be a hypocrite, okay? You want to be truthful, all right? And that's how we're gonna be faithful, okay? And we're gonna apply, all right? And the people gonna see, oh man, he's changed. He's not how he used to be. He's different. He's better, but they're not gonna think you better because they don't. They want to remain in darkness, okay? Speaking as your old friends or your family members, who knew you, in the past, but they see that you're changed now. But some of them say, "Oh man, I wish I could be like him." Well, you can if you say Yahweh Shemi Ashai, if you're part of his elect. But if you're not, hey, just do the best you can, man. I guess, right? This is the book of St. James, chapter 2, verse 14. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? That's a rhetorical question. We saved by grace, but we still have to do the work. We still have to make that change. We can't be that same old man, okay? We have to be a new man, renewed in our mind day by day, you know, in these scriptures, okay? In our spirit, all right? In the spirit, how about Shemi Shai? All right? Serving him in truth and in spirit, in sincerity, okay? You can't be that same old nigga, in the world, and then try to be that nigga in the faith. No, it don't work that way, okay? Skipping down verse 17. Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Right. Faith without works is dead. Okay? So that's why you gotta have both. All right? You still part of the congregation of the dead instead of the congregation of the living. Okay? Through this living word, through the living power. How about Shemel Shai? And verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith. Right? He may say, oh yeah, I believe. Okay, I'm part of this truth. I understand. Right? What does it say? And I have works. Right? So show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Woo! We're going to read that one more time. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. That's right. That's how we're going to show our faith. Okay? We're not just going to say we believe. We're going to show it. Okay? Because love is an action word. Okay? Love is an action word. And we about that action. We just not some talkers and barkers. Okay? We bite too. Okay? You know what I'm saying? We do the work. Okay? And that's how we show our faith. Alright, through our works. Okay? We say we believe, we say we have faith, and we show it. And that's how you know it. Okay? And that's how you know, hey, so I make a call and election sure, right? By having our faith and doing our work and showing our faith by our works. Okay? All praise to Yahweh Shemi Shai. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. The way Yahweh Shemi Shai give me a spirit through his lesson must give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for the mighty work that they do. And also mighty shalom to the whole elect watching out there. Shalom. Yahweh Shemi Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. Time's almost up. Keep your faith and do the work.